I'm a psychologist who went to UCSB for my undergrad. Let's look at my transcripts. I started off as a biology major because I thought I wanted to become a pediatrician, but I actually graduated with a double major in psychology and Spanish and a double minor in applied psychology and educational studies. I'm also a first-generation college student, so my grades struggled a little bit. As you can see, my winter quarter, I took my first psych class and I got a B+, and my second quarter, I took biopsych and I got a C+. But keep in mind, back when I studied at UCSB, there were weeder courses. And so there were courses where only a certain percentage of people can get A's and then B's. So I think I remember my biopsych course, I actually had a grade in the 80s, but because of the weeding, I got a C+. The Bachelor of Arts in Psychology at UCSB was super impacted, and so they were trying to get people out of the major so that upper divisions weren't too full. Actually, currently, my Bachelor of Arts doesn't even exist at UCSB anymore. Now you can only get your Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Brain Sciences or in Biopsychology. All right, let's keep going. I took my Intro to Experimental Psych, got a B+. Then the next quarter, I took Developmental Psych, got an A+. I'm a developmental psychologist, so I hope that makes sense. Took some Intro to Personality, B+, Psychopathology, A. Also makes sense because now I'm a psychologist and do a lot of diagnosing. Then I started to take courses in applied psychology, which were awesome because they were taught by faculty who were focused on clinical counseling or school psychology. So I took research in applied psychology with an A-, psychology of gender, B+. I also then took some independent research assistantships, A, social psychology, B, social psychology of relationships, B+, positive psychology, A, and then I continue to go with helping relationships at an A+. As you can see here, I started to become more involved in research labs. So in undergrad, I worked in 3 different research labs as a volunteer assistant. And so I did some research in psych courses and got A's in those. I also did a lab in social behavior with an A-, and some topics of applied psychology where I was focused on volunteering in a school setting to help out with a research study going on. Luckily, I also took an Intro to Autism. It was the first class I took that was focused on ABA, and that was an A, and it also sparked my interest in becoming a BCBA in the future. As I continued on, I accrued other credits for my psychology major as well as my educational studies minor, and I ended my undergrad with a 3.63. So a lot of those were probably affected by my earlier classes in the bio major. If you have questions on studying undergrad and in the future becoming a psychologist, reach out to me.